What's going on, y'all? This is Layla from debtfreesweetie.com, and today I want to come on and give you 5 keys to keeping your financial New Year's goals. Let's go. So ready or not, it is almost Q2 of the year, which means that if you're like most Americans, you've already broken your New Year's resolutions for the year. Did you know 80% of New Year's resolutions are broken by February, by month 2? So if you're in that boat, just know you're not alone, but also know that it's not too late for you to recover your goals and to end this year successfully. So here are 5 keys that will help you meet or recover your financial goals for this year. The first key to meeting your financial resolutions for the year is making sure that you set SMART goals. SMART is an acronym which means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time specific. So specific means that you don't want to just say, oh, by the end of the year, I want to pay off all my debt. You want to set that specific number. For example, I knew by the time January 1st hit, I had to pay off the rest of my loans. I knew that I had $9,163 remaining that I wanted to eradicate by the end of this year. So don't just say, I want to pay off all my debts, but set that number down. Make sure that you know exactly what the specific number is. Maybe it's saving something. So you don't want to just say, I want to save more money, but you want to say, I want to save $7,500 by the end of this year. Now, the M in SMART goals means that you want to make sure that your goal is measurable. Now, maybe you've heard the phrase, what you do not measure, you do not master. And that can be applied to anything, money, time, your habits. You want to make sure that you're able to measure your goal. Now, with money, that's a pretty simple thing because the unit is dollars. So you're able to say, okay, I have to pay off $5,000 or I have to save up $12,000 or whatever your number might be. So that's pretty easy with financial goals. The A in SMART goal is you want to make sure that you set goals that are achievable. That means that you have to set realistic goals. If you, for example, have a salary of $30,000 a year and you're saying that you want to pay off $50,000 in a year, that's probably not too practical unless you have somebody that just gives you money all the time. You want to set goals that are actually within your reach, because if you don't, you're just going to find yourself really frustrated and you're not going to be motivated to continue with the goal since it's implausible that you would ever reach it. Now, the R in SMART goal is you want to make sure that you set a goal that is relevant. So this means you stick with what is applicable to your life. Don't just go on social media. Don't just go on Facebook or the gram and look at what other people are doing with their money or look at what their success looks like for them. Stick with your life. Worry about yourself, so make sure that it's something that you know is true to who you are, that is going to make you want to keep on doing it. That's where your motivation is going to come from, sticking with goals that are relevant to you and to your life. And then the T in SMART goals is time specific. When you have a deadline, it makes you more mindful of the calendar and the date that is approaching, so you can know if you need to adjust your behavior or not in order to accelerate your ability to meet that goal, or if you're right on track. So the first key is setting SMART goals. The second key is making sure that you build your goals right into your routine, your daily routine, your weekly routine, your monthly routine. Just making sure that you make it a part of the things that you do on a regular basis. It's your habits that determine your success. So when you do something with regularity, it just becomes more second nature to you. That might mean, for example, every week you set Saturday afternoon as your time to reconcile your budget, where you grab all your receipts that maybe you missed during the week and you make sure that they're in your budget, that you're keeping track of them. That might mean that every month you set an appointment for yourself to do an assessment of where you are on your spending, on your saving, on your budgeting. That might mean making Friday nights your day where you pull out old stuff and see what it is that you can sell from things that you don't want anymore or need anymore. But the key is to set an appointment with yourself and then to stick with it. And it can be really tempting to give yourself a lot of leeway, but I encourage you to really just stick with your appointment that you make for yourself. You probably make so much time for everything else and for other people. Why not make time for yourself? The third key to keeping your financial goals this year is to set a zero-based budget. I cannot stress this enough. I believe a budget is your #1 tool to financial success because it is simply a plan for monthly financial success or a bi-weekly plan for success, however frequently you need to make your budget. And when you make a zero-based budget, that means that you give every dollar direction and every penny a purpose. So I've created an article on my website on how to make a zero-based budget. I'll put a link below in the description box, so make sure you click on that, check that out so you can learn more about how to make a zero-based budget. And I'll also post a link to the video on how to make a zero-based budget right up here. Okay, key 4 is the hard one. Key 4 is identify your triggers and then avoid them. What do I mean by that? You have to identify the things that will keep you from keeping your budget. So for example, if you know that you are a big Ben and Jerry's lover, maybe don't go down the ice cream aisle in Walmart. I'm talking to myself, y'all. Yeah, but whatever it is, maybe for you it's not ice cream, maybe for you it's going to the mall, and every time you go into the mall you see a pair of shoes in the Aldo store, or I don't know, I'm cheap, I don't spend money. I don't know what stores they have out nowadays, but maybe for you it's Target. Every time you go to Target, you go in just for carrots and oranges, but you come out with all of aisle 13. So maybe you don't need to go to Target unattended. But whatever it is that your trigger is, make sure that you identify them. Be honest with yourself. You know, don't lie to yourself. Don't say, oh, I can handle Ben and Jerry's ice cream aisle. Just be honest and then avoid them, because you don't want to find yourself breaking your budget over and over again. That'll hinder you from keeping your goals. And the last key, key number 5 to keeping your financial New Year's goals, is to always keep your why in front of you. That means having a visual reminder of why it is that you even have this as a goal in the first place, and keeping it in front of you as much as possible. So that might, look like practically writing out buzzwords or motivational quotes. That might mean writing scriptures. That might mean putting pictures up, putting them on your bathroom mirror, having a vision board. I love vision boards. I don't think there's anything magical about vision boards, but I think it's just having that visual nudge to always make sure that your mind is on what your goal is, and that pushes you into action to continue to reach for that. There's no magic in vision boards. The magic is you start doing what you're supposed to do. Maybe your motivation for getting out of debt is so that you can travel more. So, put pictures of Barcelona or Paris or Nairobi or Cairo or Wakanda up on your wall so that you can always remember why it is that you're doing what you're doing. Keep your why in front of you, and that'll help you remain motivated in those times that you're feeling the stretch of your journey. So there you have it, 5 keys that'll help you keep your financial goals this year. There's an article on my website, debtfreesweetie.com, that'll give you more information, and I also included a bonus key on that article that'll help you keep your financial goals this year. So be sure to check that out. It's in the description box. If you feel it's too late to meet your goals, just know that it's not. We still have more time, and even if you're watching this video and it's at the end of the year, you can always start today. A year from now, you will wish that you started today. So just start. Question for you: what are some of the goals that you're working towards this year? What are some of the things that you want to accomplish? Leave it in the comment box below. I'd love to hear what it is that you're working and striving to do by the end of this year. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and be sure to share it with someone that you think it can help out. And be sure to subscribe to this channel, and also check me out on social media at debtfreesweetie everywhere. I'd love to connect with you and keep you motivated as you're on this journey too. And be sure to head over to debtfreesweetie.com, where I'm sharing my personal journey of completely eradicating debt from my life. But I don't want you to just watch me do that. I want to also inspire and encourage you to start or advance your own debt-free journey too. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And check out how to make a zero-based budget. I cannot stress, that was a lot.